I got the cash in the bag.
I had a family of 4 and a boyfriend. Yet I was entirely alone. To my parents and brother, I was just a tool to pave the way for my pampered twin sister. To my fiancé, I was just a shadow, while he showered my sister with the love and gifts that belonged to me. I thought the Columbia acceptance letters was to be the moment Lucas slipped a ring onto my finger, and my parents, for once, actually acknowledged my existence. However, on the day college acceptance letters were released, I clutched my laptop and rushed into the living room.
Mom! Dad! I got into Columbia! I'm actually going to New York with Ethan and Lucas.
The living room was completely empty. My parents, my brother, and my fiancé secretly jetted off to New York to celebrate my twin sister's fake success, leaving me behind without a word. A glossy Columbia muck on the count sat, a gift from Lucas last year. His voice echoed in my head.
Get into Columbia, babe, and I'll take you to every single romantic spot this city has to offer.
I had made those words my entire world, surviving countless all-nighters, but now that mug was shoved aside. Beneath it, 3 printed flight confirmations. A sick chill seeped straight into my bones. The city I had ruined my health to reach, and they had already shut me out. Right then, my phone buzzed. My mother had finally realized she had another daughter.
Keep your Columbia news out of the family chat group. Chloe is finally happy. Don't ruin it by making it all about you.
Before I could even catch my breath, and another text flashed across the screen.
Babe, you already got into your dream school. Don't start drama and steal her spotlight over this.
My hand shook, knocking the Columbia mug off the counter. It shattered against the tile. I crouched down and picked up the shards. I didn't cry. Suddenly, New York felt miles away, far enough that I didn't want to go anymore. Ethan's voice cut through the phone, backed by the noisy hum of the airport terminal.
Claire, what's the code to the pink suitcase?
0521. May 21st, Chloe's birthday. Mine too. Over the line, a sharp click signaled the lock giving way, followed instantly by Chloe's whining voice.
Ugh, Ethan? My sunscreen literally exploded everywhere. My whole bag is ruined.
Relax, sweetie. I'll just get Luke to take you to replace it.
Ethan soothed her over the line, his tone sickeningly indulgent. Suddenly, I walked to the bathroom and turned the faucet on full blast, letting the freezing water numb my fingers. I already spent it on tuition. The line fell completely silent. When Lucas spoke again, his voice had dropped to absolute 0.
Claire, pick a better lie. Columbia hasn't even billed you yet. We all know you're just holding on to that check.
I grabbed a towel, slowly drying my hands. I spent it, Lucas.
Spent it on what?
Shopping. The line went totally dead. I didn't send the money. Instead, I walked back to my bedroom, opened my laptop, and logged into the application portal. Aside from Columbia, another official acceptance was sitting in my private inbox, from a top architecture school in California. It was over 2,000 miles away. No Manhattan luxury. No Lucas. I clicked open the page. The cursor hovered between decline for Columbia and accept for California. Holding the mouse, I declined Columbia without hesitation, chose the West Coast school, and secured my design grant safely inside a personal account completely out of their reach. Click. Confirm. I closed the laptop. I turned around, opened the wardrobe, and pulled out my suitcase. I began packing my clothes, piece by piece. The outfits I had bought specifically New York were shoved right back into the deepest corner of the closet. California would be warm. I wouldn't be needing them anyway. My phone buzzed on the bed. Mom had sent a photo. Chloe was wearing a new necklace from Lucas, a radiant smile on her face. The caption read, "Chloe is much happier today." I didn't reply. I just put the chat on Do Not Disturb. The celebration dinner was set for the weekend. They booked the entire ballroom at the city's most exclusive country club. The welcome sign at the entrance read in elegant Creole, "Congratulations, Chloe, Columbia University Prep Program." And at the very bottom, my name was squeezed into the corner like an afterthought. And congrats to Claire. The font was so small it was barely legible. The banquet ticked off. Dad stepped to the front, clinking his champagne glass to command the room before opening with a toast. Chloe glided onto the stage, soaking in the attention the stunning designer dress Luca had bought her.
Thank you, Mom, Dad, Ethan, and most of all, Lucas.
She blushed, looking at Lucas at the main table. The room erupted into thunderous applause. Knowing glances passed among the guests, shifting between the two of them. Lucas sat at the main table, a slight smile on his face. I sat at a side table on the very edge. My table mates were distant relatives who rarely visited. They sipped champagne and lowered their voices in discussion. The club servers wheeled out a 3-tier cake. Lucas walked up to the stage and took the knife. He took Chloe's hand, and together they sliced the first piece. Plate in hand, he walked straight over and looked down at me.
Claire, Chloe insisted you get the first slice. She feels bad because you've been throwing a tantrum all week. Just take it. Everyone is watching, so don't ruin her night.
I looked at the cream-covered slice of cake on the plate. On stage, Chloe was watching me expectantly. I didn't pick up the fork.
I don't like sweets.
Lucas's jaw tightened instantly.
Do you really have to do this right now?
Just then, Chloe ran over, holding up the hem of her dress. Elbow violently clipped the table edge. The plate tipped.
Was just trying to do something nice for you, pushed her?
I stumbled back, a dull ache. The ruined dress and the permanent stain. I felt the final string snap inside me. None of this mattered anymore. I didn't go to the restroom. Instead, I picked up my canvas tote bag from the back of the chair.
Don't worry, I won't ruin your precious family moment anymore. I'm leaving.
Claire.
Lucas's voice came from behind. I didn't stop, walking straight out the club doors. Lucas caught up and grabbed my wrist.
Get back inside, Claire. Don't do this. Everyone is looking at us. You are not going to ruin Chloe's night over a little drama.
I stopped and turned to look at him. His shirt was slightly disheveled, messed up from when he was protecting Chloe just now.
My dress is ruined, Lucas.
So go sponge it off in the bathroom. It's not the end of the world. When did you become so bitter and vindictive?
As it turned out, I wasn't even allowed to be upset over my own ruined dress.
I'm not washing it. In fact, you can keep the dress. I'm done with it. I'm done with all of you.
I pried his fingers away, one by one. Lucas stared at his empty palm, his brow furrowing deeper.
Where are you going?
Home. I raised my hand, flagging down a passing yellow cab. As the car pulled away, Lucas's figure grew smaller and smaller in the rearview mirror. 2 days later, moving day arrived. From the crack of dawn, the entire house was turned upside down. A small mountain of I walked out of my bedroom, dragging a small suitcase. No one noticed me. Lucas pulled up out front and immediately came up to help, making trips back and forth with Chloe's bags until the trunk and back seats were packed with Chloe's things. I stood at the foyer. Lucas wiped the sweat from his forehead, walked over and looked at my luggage.
Claire, the car's completely packed. And you barely have anything anyway. Just catch an Uber to the airport and grab the next flight. Text me when you land, and I'll pick you up once everything's all settled, all right?
Ethan chapped in from the driveway, crossing his arms.
Yeah, Claire. You've always been independent. Not like Chloe, she gets totally lost without a GPS.
My fingers tightened around the handle of my suitcase. Then, slowly, I let go.
Okay.
Lucas gave my hair a patronizing ruffle, looking pleased.
Good girl. I'll make it up to you with a nice dinner once you get to the city.
The house fell completely quiet. I checked my phone screen. On the app, my digital ticket gleamed. A one-way flight to California, boarding in 2 hours. At 3 p.m., the gates of Columbia University were bustling. He looked down at his phone. No new message. Frowning, he dialed my number. Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system. Lucas kicked a pebble on the ground in frustration.
Claire's still not here? Straight to voicemail.
Lucas scoffed.
She's definitely throwing a fit and screening my calls. She's being completely impossible lately. Honestly, just ignore her. Once she gets lost in the city, trying to haul all her luggage by herself, she'll come crawling back to us, crying.
Lucas stared at the passing crowd. His gaze locked onto every single girl stepping out of a taxi. Meanwhile, 3,000 miles away, California was bathed in brilliant golden sunshine. Dragging my small suitcase, I stood in the orientation center of California's top architecture school.
Welcome to California. Go ahead and sign the welcome wall right over there.
Under the freshman section, Architecture to Design, I signed my name. Claire.